Blaster full case, player 35, full case. Can we see something here? Let's do it. Oh, Clay Moss, if you're out there, Top Chrome update. You got more glass canvases. You have a lot of... The problem is you're going to have a lot of case hits to chase. There's going to be Helix. There's going to be Let's Goes, I think. There's going to be Alter Egos. There's going to be all kinds of shit. Captains. There's going to be all kinds of crap in there. So I think they're going to be hard to hit. There's going to be Fanaticals again. I think it's going to be hard to hit. I don't think the Fanaticals are that bad. I know they don't sell great. Unless it's the parallel version. The parallel version sell pretty solid. Because the glass... I don't know if the glass canvas is going to have just super fractors again. We'll see. I don't understand why they're doing helixes again, though. Hopefully they have a different like player checklist for the helix. Hopefully there's not like another Cooper Flag helix, which there most likely will be, but I don't know how that's gonna fare. Yeah, I don't think Fanaticals are that bad. I like, if I had to like choose between Fanatical and Glass Canvas, I'd go Glass Canvas, truthfully. But like if I had to choose between like the advisory and the Fanatical, I would take Fanatical. I think the advisories are not as nice as the Fanaticals. That's the hard part. Topps always had like a Topps always had a problem with like the SSPs always changing the home court. The spotlight used to be a common insert. Now it's an SSP. So Topps has always been very inconsistent. And I said that last year. I said that 2 years ago when we were leading into this. They needed to establish the SSPs. And they've been starting to do that with like the Helix, which in my opinion is kind of like a weaker version of a Color Blast in my opinion. They're still not, I actually do still think they're nice, but again, I still think the Color Blast is nicer in my opinion. People say Color Blasts are gimmicky. I still think they look really cool. GPKs, fairly newer. GPKs have only been about 2 years now, I'd say. 2 years-ish. Yeah, yep. Back in the day, spotlights were normal. They were easy to hit. They weren't SSPs, so there was a lot of inconsistencies with the Topps and Bowman inserts at the time. So that's always tough, because you don't know what the SSP was. Versus Panini, you kind of knew within the first couple years, okay, Downtown, Kaboom, maybe a little bit longer, maybe. But like Downtowns were first introduced in 2016? What was the first year Downtowns? 15, 16? Was it no, not Cornerstones. It was in another set. What was the first year of Downtown? Who's sharp? Was it 16? The From Downtown inserts? Who remembers? But anyway, at least Panini, they kind of established their SSPs fast. The Downtowns, the Color Blasts were introduced in 19. Was it Cornerstones or was it something else? 17 and 18, it was in Cornerstones. I know that for a fact. I don't remember about 16 though. 16, I think it was a different set. Insignia? I know it wasn't Crusade. Oh yeah, Studio, yes, Studio, thank you. Yeah, so like their Downtowns their inserts established very fast. 16 Studio, Kabooms were a long time. Kabooms were out since like 2013 or so. 2012, 13-ish area. And then the Color Blast was the Spectra when they redesigned Spectra in 1920. That was the first year Color Blast, the R.J. Barrett Zion year. And in my opinion, that was the best Color Blast, was 1920. So, prove me wrong. 1920, I think, was the best. And then when they started doing the logo in the background of the Color Blast, I thought that was kind of cool. But I still like 1920 better. The Mangas was introduced in 2021 Prism Football. The T-Law year. But then they didn't transition into basketball until 2024 Retail Prism. Which those were okay. They're not as nice as Prism Black's mangas, but I will say that they're nice still. They're just not as nice. But like yeah, Panini did a great job with their SSPs. Topps, I think, needs to come out with a creative SSP that's different and pops. In your guys' opinion, what is the best SSP that Topps makes right now? In your opinion. I'll be honest with you, I think the best one that's creative and not like a blind side by side comparison like the alter egos, which I think their alter egos are nice, don't get me wrong. But I really like something that's original. I think the nicest is the ultraviolets. I think that's like the nicest insert that's creative from Topps, that's different. I like the kaijus too from football, but again, it was kind of like, it still looks too much like an ultraviolet and a manga cross, you know. So I can't say it's like a unique original design. Excuse me. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I went home. I had to film a YouTube video and I got smashed beyond belief. And it sucks because I was doing so good the past 2 months. I didn't go to the ATM or nothing. Then I freaking got smashed on my YouTube videos. Had to go to the ATM, got smashed again, and it just sucks. Like, ah. But it's all good. Like, it comes in swings, you know. It's all good. I'm gonna get back to my game and bet, you know, bet budget, play budgeted and stuff. But I don't care. Like, you know me. If I only get a couple hours sleep, I don't really care. I'll be here. just trying to kick this last bit of this coat out. Oh, that's lame. What happened now? You gotta go. You gotta enjoy life, brother. Gotta enjoy it. Shit, get a wheelchair. They got ADA accessibility. Shit. I'm sure they could have accommodated you or something, you know? Yeah, a couple cases ago. Wasn't the last case. It was a couple cases ago. We haven't seen red. We haven't seen black in a while. We haven't seen... We haven't seen like big stuff out of this. We haven't seen a flag auto, Knipple auto in a minute. See a Harper auto in a minute. Seen an ace in a minute. Let's see a big veteran, like, or a fire fractor. It's been a very long time since we hit the fire fractor. Been a long time since we've seen like a big veteran like Shea Gilgeous. I think we hit Shea Gilgeous in one of our first cases of this Blasters. Oh, we bought some big cards. We've hit Knipple autos, Harper autos, Ace autos. We've hit the green of Shea Gilgeous auto. We've hit, obviously, we've hit the Wemby anime. We've hit Trey Johnson anime. We've hit the GPK of Sienna Betts. We've hit the red of Laurie Markkinen, the true red, which is not massive, but I'm just replaying some of the big hits in my head. Pretty sure we've had an orange Derek Queen auto. We've hit a couple of AJ Dipensa's autographs. I want to say I've hit a Peterson auto, but I don't remember if that was this or if that was an hobby. It's about all I can recall. I haven't hit like a Wemby auto out of this. I haven't hit a LeBron auto. We've hit one Fire Fractor. I don't remember who it was. It was NIL female. It's either like Laura Samfi or like Eschmeyer or something like that. You can't really hit too much supers in this. There is super fractors in the Blasters, but it's limited to the inserts. We have not hit a platinum paper one of one, or platinum paper one of one autograph. We have not hit one of those yet. We've not hit any Fire Fractor autograph since the Fire Fractor auto. We've hit one of the, again, that was the NIL. Yeah, that's about it. Probably the biggest card was the green auto of Cooper Flag. Yeah, yeah. And the megas were phenomenal. If you haven't seen the megas, I don't remember if you were in there or not. If I can get more megas, which we're actively still trying to get more, I promise. But the megas are just next level. The megas we've hit gold auto of Wemby, red of VJ Edgecombe, orange auto of Cooper Flag. Like, we put some insane hits on those megas. We hit the rose gold of, was it Proctor? I think we hit the rose gold of Proctor auto. I think it was Proctor. Oh, nice. Yeah, we've hit. Yeah, Sarah Strong. We've hit a couple times. We did hit a red auto of Sarah Strong in the megas. We also hit orange autos of Juju. I think I've hit some Jujus out of the blasters too. I think. I'm gonna reload the store today, guys. So later on today, you should see a couple new breaks hit the store today, and I might refund the randoms if we don't get moving on the randoms, fam. Starting at 30 seconds. Let's do it. Is today the last day of the month? Oh shit, it is. Oh crap. Alright, let's go. Oh, the Shaq signing this. Oh, I didn't even realize today was the last day. I thought yes, tomorrow was the 31st. I don't know why I thought so. Good luck. See something nasty. A lava of Yabuseli. This might be gold. It's not. It's Michael Brown. Oh, a little bit of damage on that civil. Oh, I am so sorry. Yes, absolutely. I totally forgot about that, didn't I? I don't think I did it yesterday. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, shit. Oh, we didn't do a player break yesterday. That's right. There's your guys' player list. Sorry about that. I totally forgot, dude. I totally forgot. All right, let's continue. Damn it. Okay, here we go. There's a bit of. Speaking of Juju, been a while since we had any color of Juju Watkins. Come on. Speckle of Yates. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. We need a one-time right here. We need the one-time right here, guys. We haven't had a redemption in several. Paper rookies and veterans base auto. This is a first. It's got to be a veteran, right? For the Wizards? Oh. It's Will Riley on the paper base. Will Riley. I honestly thought that was going to be a veteran. Will Riley is our first base auto paper. Interesting. I've never had a paper redemption auto. Ever. That's a first. That's a first. It's not like super terrible, but it's not great. We've seen much worse. Come on. Green Reptilian. It's also another auto. It's Ricochet on a green /99. Green Reptilian. Wow, two autos in the same stack. Interesting. This is going to be one of those 6. Yeah. For the one time. Are we going to get one of those 6 auto cases? We haven't seen one of those cases in like 10, 15 cases. But we have had up to 6, maybe even 7 autos. I don't remember exactly. Okay. I don't know, Limitless. I got crushed after that live. Like it's good to do the live streams, but it's also like tough because it's good to get subscribers and everything, but it's not good for like monetization reasons and stuff, you know. Nice Wemby. I know. I wish I could use like. I wish I got. I gotta just get it like we're building momentum now, so like obviously I'm not as I'm not like overly pressed, but yeah, like for the amount of money I need in case I get destroyed, like how we got destroyed yesterday. Yeah, we gotta up it. We don't have to do crazy big bets, but we had it to a point where we were doing big enough bets where it was meaningful, but it wasn't like it wasn't stupid neither. It was still realistic. That's my niche for sure. My demographic on Only Hammer, at least on the YouTube side, and for the most part, actually, it does translate to Instagram as well. Majority of my demographic, like 75 to 80% of my viewers, are between the ages of 25 years old and 25 and 55 years old is my primary demographic. The biggest chunks being 25 through 45. And then you get the little bit of 18 through 24-year olds, and then you get the little bit of 55 plus community that watches. Yeah, hey, they told me that I can push the button, not 4th of July though, but they said one of the Fridays they're gonna get me to pop the fireworks. I get to be the button launcher boy, so that's kind of cool. I also I had a chance, by the way. Speaking of, I don't know if I said this or not. The other day I had a chance to meet Vegas Paulie C. That guy is pretty animated. Good dude. He is actually a good dude. A little bit smash mouth, a little bit brash, very brash. But I had a really good conversation with me. He wants to be featured on a one of my YouTube videos, which is gonna be kind of cool on craps. So that was kind of cool. I did forget to tell you guys that. Awaka. That was Sunday morning before church. Yeah, Sunday morning before I went to church. Does anybody here follow Vegas Policy by chance on social media platforms? Lots of Ivica Zubaks today. Refractor of Haley Swain. Okay, did we go quiet, guys? Did the chat break? K to 175 on a pink paper. Okay, a Caden Lewis. Alright, nothing really happening in that stack. Shit. Yeah, nothing crazy so far, Guam. Nothing crazy. The color in this case has been aight so far, at best. Hasn't been shitty, it hasn't been great. No. I almost fumbled that one. And man. No, I mean, like, I mean, to be honest with you, and I like talking about it with you guys on this platform. I hope you guys don't mind. Like, I don't ever mean to like irritate anybody by talking about it on Blez. So hopefully you guys don't mind me talking. If you guys ever do, I promise you I'll stop talking about, my personal endeavors and stuff like that. But like, yeah, like I had a great run recently where, again, I didn't really have to worry, and now that I'm in the bad run of the casino space, it sucks. Definitely does. And I'm sure majority of you guys can relate out there. Obviously nothing to the point where I can't afford to pay rent or anything, because if that's the case, call me, I would have to get some help. I've never once ever put myself in that kind of predicament where I couldn't pay rent or couldn't pay bills or food or whatever. I've never once done that. But like I hope so. Like, I feel like I got a lot, like this past couple of months. Right, like the past couple of months, like we're really catching some good fire. And like, no offense, like I'm always gonna be at Blez. I don't care how big this thing gets. You know, I want to be at Blez. I want to be here. I like being here. I love doing this. I just love hanging out with you guys. Like, genuinely, I love this. I don't care if there's, slower times, busy times, whatever. Like, it's just, for me, this is a lot of fun. And like, I wouldn't show up at 6 a.m. if this wasn't fun. Nice blue of Kiyomi. And like, I'm finally at a point where I'm gaining so much. Like, we're getting momentum. I'm having another big month. Can I share this with you guys? Is that cool if I take like a 30-second break to share this with you during the break? I don't want to irritate anybody. But like, before I forget to do this, Like it's really because of you guys. Like I just had my biggest YouTube month last month, and this isn't bragging. I'm just saying that June I should be close to 500 this month by to the end of today. And as you guys can see, like on my history, we've had some really good momentum. Some of my lower months I stopped posting as much, but like we've gained a lot of momentum in the last couple of months. Like $300 to $500. That's a car payment. That's a lot of, like, that's for me. That's one or two YouTube episodes to that sponsors it. Like it's huge. I'm right on that cusp. If I can hit like my goal was like $1,000 a month. That's like my huge goal. Because at that point, if I can sustain at $1,000 a month, that's really gonna help. Live streams and vice versa. Sadiq White. So I'm really trying hard to push it past that, you know. And this live streams, I feel like it's helping build the brand, get my name out there. Green paper. Pattern of Porzingis. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of other ways to gain revenue. Obviously, I think next step is probably like some kind of easy merchandise. I feel like that's like the next route. Some easy merchandise. Green NIL auto of Christian Anderson out of Tech. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, Miller. Absolutely. Like, trust me, I don't want to sound entitled. Like, that's the one thing I don't want to sound like. I don't want to sound like I'm entitled or anything. Like, I'm very proud of my progress in my journey, and it's not where I want to be yet. And it hurts. Like, it genuinely hurt. Like, nobody cares. I should shut the fuck up right now, because nobody wants to hear me bitch and moan about how other creators in this casino space have been in it for 5 months and they got 50,000 followers and, you know 50,000 subscribers, and I'm over here doing this for a little bit over a year and I'm at 7,000 subscribers, which we just hit. So yeah, does that irk me? Do I compare myself? Absolutely. But I'm still proud of my journey, and it motivates me to shut the hell up and work harder. Nice CMB green on the greatness. And you know what? And you know what? Maybe they did. And maybe being a pretty female, maybe being a pretty female is also, helpful. Maybe. Hey, Husker, what's up, buddy? Dude, I'm proud of myself too, brother. I am. I'm sorry. I know nobody cares. I know everybody is just, you guys can just tell me shut the f up and just work harder. Nobody gives a shit. Like, you can say that. It's okay. I'm very proud of how far I've come. 7,000 subscribers in a little bit over a year. Probably about a year of doing YouTube. That's cool. You know, that's super cool. My goal was I was kind of hoping I could get to like 100,000 in a year. That was kind of my goal. I don't know if that wasn't realistic enough and vice versa. I'm very passionate about it. It's fun to connect with people. It's fun to, win money. It sucks to lose money. But like it's the connections you build, it's the brand that I'm attempting to build. And I need that. I hate to say this, but I think I do need to seek some professional help in building the brand. You know what I mean? Like I a lot of small content creators. Of course. I mean, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, like you shouldn't be doing it. I always enjoyed. I took media in like intermediate school, so back in 2002, 2003, I was playing with Final Cut Pro on the iMacs at the time they were called, right? On the Macintoshes. I was learning about quadrants and shooting in thirds and doing the mixers and stuff like that. I always was interested in media. I always wanted to be a game show host, so it's kind of like my thing. So having a platform to be on camera, it's kind of like a blessing, it's very cool. But I think I'm at a point now where I think I need some professional help in growing the brand. And one of my boys, I haven't seen him in a minute, but Matthew Wells, he told me he knows somebody. I think he gave me his contact information, and I didn't really like. I'm scared to partner with like an agent, because I don't want them to tell me something that I don't want to do. Oh, you need to cause controversy. I'm not saying an agent would tell you this, but you need to cause controversy. You need to, put $1,000 all in on blackjack or whatever, something stupid like that. I don't want it to get to that point, and that's why like I'm fearful of seeking that type of help in growing like your social media, growing the brand, maybe finding some collaboration and partnership deals. But again, if you were here earlier, Husker, I don't know if you were or not, but so like I met with Vegas Pauly C for maybe about 45 minutes or so, and like there's a lot of bass Darren Petersons in this, by the way. But I met with guys like Vegas Pauly C, and like here I'll literally show you the text. It was pretty to get this from Vegas Pauly C. Love him or hate him, it's pretty cool. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. To get this kind of text from Pauly C, like it's a little bit of an ego stroke for me. Yeah, sure, I admit it, but it tells me that I think I'm going in the right direction. Like like I don't want to expose too much here, but like yeah, like this is what Vegas policy said to me. Great meeting you. We'll do something together in about 10 days. Great personality. You'll do great. We'll work together soon. You are talented. Like that's pretty cool coming from Vegas policy. Like and like to have him say that like I'll be there at 9:15. I told him I'm at the bar, and then you know great meeting you. Like for him to send me the text message and say, "Oh, thanks for meeting me." That's pretty cool. He's a little brash. He's a little brash. He's a little outspoken, but that's just who he is. And I can look past that. I can look past a rough upbringing. I can look past, being a general manager, having that kind of instincts. Sometimes you have to look at the person, not the personality, right? Vegas policy talked to me about like how he was a former addict, and things like that. So he has that personality. I can look past those things very easily, so long as it's not negative behavior or he's not condoning bad things. Like as a person, he's very cool. He told me that he struggles with like not to overshare, but like he's learning like YouTube because he's just an older gentleman, older generation, right? Like he didn't know about that. Igodaro. He didn't know about like building YouTube. You know, he told me he himself he was personally struggling before, you know, things kind of turned around. Even up until like last year, he told me he was struggling. And I was like, wow, like, you know, from the outside looking in, you see somebody with, you know, 200,000 followers. You're like, oh, this guy got to be loaded. Oh, this guy, you know, this guy got to be good to go. But like on the inside, like I talked to him and he's like, yeah. He's like, I didn't start to prosper. I've been living and breathing Instagram for, you know, 4 or 5 years. And he said only over the past 6, 7, 8 months has it been to a point where he's making some decent income to live off of and everything like that. And I was like, wow, that's super, like, that's promising to me. Because not everybody's going to have that you know, not, I don't want to say overnight story, but like the bluff story, right? In 1 year, he goes basically from rags to riches. Aliana Morris on a green pattern. So it's pretty, I'm pretty happy about it. Oh, nice Watkins to 125 on the Aqua. Reed Daily. What's up, Batman? No Kawhi or Shaq yet, no. Nice VJ. Got some nice color coming. Blue Shimmer. Iguodaro again. A lot of nice color come out over here. We didn't really connect on it. Come on, baby. Orange paper auto is a Waka on the orange paper autograph for the NIL. I believe it's NIL. I believe it's NIL. He may have his own spot. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. One stack left. Let's do it, Batmans. Let's do it, baby. See a nice claw for you or something. I think I pulled a nice claw. I think it was out of the megas. I think we had like a red, black, or something nice. I remember hitting a Kawhi Leonard. It wasn't an auto or anything, but I remember hitting something cool. Come on, guys. Last stack mojo. I wonder if City Gold, if Krogos does do that kind of stuff. That would be interesting. I would love to partner with someone I know, you know what I mean? Like, you know who actually does this for a little bit, who's been a little bit helping me on the side too? He gave me some good suggestions, was Swoodrin. I'm sure you guys remember Swoodrin. I haven't seen him in a minute, but I was texting him about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago. And he does a little bit of social media too, so like, or I mean, I guess he does it for his job, so he kind of helped me with some recommendations too. So shout out to Swoodrin if you ever watch this, Swoodrin. Come on, can we see a fire fractor or like a case hit or something here? Anthony Davis, purple paper. Christian Anderson. Our last little stack here. Oh, that's a sick purple of Steph. Nice Steph. I think Jimmy had it. Berries. Green paper. Mark Williams. VJ Harper. Alright, this one was also not the best blaster case. A little bit better than the recent few though, but no big autos. We had a redemption on that one too, guys. We did have a redemption on that one too. Thought we were gonna have like a 6 auto case there because that first stack had a lot of autos. Alright, some of your other cards will be cased and sleeved later on your reptilians, but recap. Wow. Nice purple reptilian of Steph. Awaka orange, Anderson, Ricochet green. Redemption was Will Riley on the base paper autograph. And that was Bowman Blaster player number 35. We are down to our last few cases of Bowman Blasters, guys. So everybody attack those. Let's do your Blez Online pack giveaway, guys. Let's hit a grail for you folks. Let's hit a grail. Gotta hit a grail here, guys. We gotta hit a grail. No. Well, you get a $49 pack. Let's hit you guys a grail. Good luck. If it's not a grail, you'll get 90% back in BlezBucks credits. If you guys want to purchase your own Blez Online pack, please use the code HAMA and save 20% off, fam. Oh, it's a nice little pink paper of Steph. Not going to be big enough there. Little $18 hauler. All right. Dice roll will go 4 times. Good luck. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4th and final 4. Oh, I don't want to click it again. It's still spinning. The Cedric Coward spot gets it. Cedric Coward. Who had Cedric? Cedric goes to J-Nox. Congratulations. You get $18, my friend.